Hey, I am DJ Peeper, and this is just a small snippet of my story.
Diabetes. It got me at an early age. I was 4 years old, and it was just my mother and me. Um, she is a warrior. I now as a 28-year-old man, I adore her. I thank her for just fighting, and that's why I'm here today, just fighting for diabetics. Um, it was just her and I, and she was in the hospital. I was in the hospital, and she had to learn and take tests, and just to make sure she could take care of me. And I was a 4 year old kid, and didn't know what was going on. And that's where the adventure began, right? My mom took care of my diabetes all the way up until I was in middle school. I had to learn how to draw insulin when there was a vial and there wasn't quick pins, right? And um, I'd never let it stop me yet. When I say yet, I mean I didn't understand that I was a diabetic. I didn't understand there was a difference between non-diabetics and diabetics, let alone type 1, type 2, and all the other kinds. But I I hit high school, and that's just where I just rebelled against like doing insulin and or doing enough insulin or not checking my blood sugar. And the doctors were like, hey, your A1Cs are getting bad. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I was this immortal kid or something. Like I didn't understand the effects of what was going to happen. Then I was like in my early 20s, and I got super sick. I went into DKA, and I didn't even know what that was. And I was still hard headed and still didn't get it. And I for so long I acted like I didn't have diabetes because I just heard all the negatives. I didn't see any positives. I didn't see anyone who I knew who had diabetes, or knew someone who had diabetes who lived this long and healthy and successful life. I was really arrogant, and I made the people around me suffer because of that. And I was a jerk, and I'm sorry because of that. And me not taking care of myself made me hot headed, and it made me functioning not normal. If you're diabetic, you understand, or if you're someone with diabetes, you can relate to that, of how angry, or how quick they can change, and mood swings. And people are like, oh, you're just emotional. And I was like, yeah, I am pretty emotional. But I didn't understand that that was due, a lot of my mood swings were due to my uncontrollable blood sugars. um, and it made me angry. I was just so angry all the time at how I felt like I had to be boxed in, and how I needed this perfect job to pay for my insurance. And I'm a creative person. I'm an actor, and I love writing, and I just love art. And so that was my vision for career. That was my vision for work. And I remember when my mom was like, hey, you're gonna need to have a job, and you're gonna need to, yes, it is good to work, so I'm not hating on that. And so like she was like, hey, you're gonna need to get a job that has a good insurance to pay for your diabetes. And I felt so boxed in by the government. I was so angry. And for so long I rebelled against that. I was like, no, I'm gonna jump around, go do this, go do that, go travel. And then I hit 25, and I was like, yo, I got 1 year left to make it. Whatever that means. I don't even know what that means to make it. In my brain, I thought like fame and money, and to really take off on my either music career, whatever that meant, or my acting. And that was kind of it. I was like, I have to be this big time actor, to pay for that's going to pay for my insulin. And then I can use my voice, and I can be an advocate for diabetics all around the world and say you can make it too, because I did. And I hit 26 and I was off my mom's insurance and my stepdad's insurance, and whew, I had to get a job. I had to get a real, I really got a kick in the butt of understanding what that meant. And I hit 27 and I got my first CGM. Loved it. I mean, it made my A1C. My A1Cs were horrible for so long. They were at 8, 9, and then I think the highest it got, it hit 10, and I felt horrible. I felt sick all the time. And then I got a CGM and my A1Cs hit 6. And I was like, yeah, this is it. I can live this. I can live like this. And then I got the bill for my CGM, and I fought with the company. I was like, yo, you guys didn't tell me it was this expensive. You said my insurance would cover it. They didn't cover it. And, that's lack on my part of what questions I needed to ask and not fully understanding insurance. It's like I needed to go to school for insurance to understand what I was even signing up for. And long story short is I had to trade my kidney for a CGM. This isn't repo, man. I didn't want to do that. I didn't. So I sent it back and I was like, look, you guys lied to me. And the person lied to me on the phone saying that my insurance was going to be accepted and it was going to be this much. And it was $5,000, and it was an upkeep of $500 each month. And I was like, no, but it did so much good to my body and my health. And I mean, anybody else out there who was like, yeah, I feel you. I feel that. And I didn't know where to turn that passion into or where to aim it. I was so angry and I was disgusted with this country and I was so mad. And then I found T1 Internationals and I was like, yeah, dude, this is dope. They're on the same page as me. And plus it's not just America, it's worldwide. And that hit home. And, speaking with Elizabeth it was amazing. And I want to turn my talents and my creativity and my passion into a purpose. And I want to advocate for diabetics worldwide, and especially in America where it's so broken, where it's just about greed, and you can sell the most insulin to the most needy person, and because we need it to survive. And it's they got their foot on our neck, and that's not cool, And the beautiful thing about being a diabetic is I'm not the only one. My story is just a unique piece in such a bigger puzzle. And once I understood that, it felt a little bit easier to deal with. And I don't mean just deal with it get by day to day. It's just I have hope, and got surrounded me around so many beautiful people who also have diabetes, and the community, obviously T1, they're doing great things, and yeah, I'm looking hopeful, and there's a lot that we can do together as diabetics to lower the cost of insulin, not just in America alone, but worldwide. We can spread the message and spread the word that it shouldn't be this hard to be a diabetic. It shouldn't be this hard to get insulin. So whoever's watching this, thank you, and I love you.